of the cool features of this particular show is unveilings of fresh restorations. And I'm here with Gary Riley from Level 1 Restoration. You guys have been unveiling cars almost every year here for the past several years.
Yeah.
What do we pull the cover on this time?
Well, we got a 1969 Ram Air 4 Firebird, 4-speed car. Pretty much a bare bones street racer. In the past, we've had the convertibles and highly optioned out Ram Air 4s, but this one is definitely no frills and made to run.
Now, the Ram Air 4 Firebird is a pretty rare bird.
Yeah, probably around 80 cars built. 155 Ram Air 4 engines, 55 of them were Trans Ams, and then you take the convertibles out, which were 17, and then 83 maybe, yeah.
Yeah. Well, what I think is really cool about this is you say it's bare bones, which we'll get into. It's got a really crisp look with the silver and the black vinyl.
Yeah, great color combination. Really kind of tough to do when you're painting it. Silver's always tough, but it sure does look nice when it's fresh. And vinyl top, which is unusual. We don't do a lot of vinyl top cars, but that worked out really well.
So let's talk about what this car doesn't have, you know, as far as being bare bones. What are we looking at?
Well, non-console, no power windows, no power steering.
Really?
Yeah, power disc brakes, which is a good thing. But pretty much everything it has option-wise is built for speed. You know, factory tacking gauges, a wood wheel, which is cool, doesn't add any weight. Rally wheels, which are always nice on a Pontiac. And but the oddball of the whole thing is a rear window defroster.
Huh. Maybe the guy wanted to see who he was beating in his rearview mirror.
I think so, yeah.
Right. So when we talk about the numbers of the Ram Air 4, this is a 400 cubic inch V8, but there's a bunch of special parts to make the power that it did.
Yeah. Well, of course, the revised cylinder heads, taller intake ports, round exhaust ports, factory aluminum intake manifold, special carburetor distributor, and then, of course, the really big Ram Air 4 camshaft, which really makes it all happen.
And then this one has the Ram Air pan. Tell me about the cold air induction side of it.
Well, on a Firebird here, you have the Ram Air pull cable under the dash. So it has a flapper door that would keep the bad weather out, but when you're ready to run, you pull that cable, opens up the flapper door, and you got the fresh air.
So the car, I mean, you guys are notorious for making these things look brand new and actually far beyond condition than brand new was. How bad was this one when you started with it?
This car was sold new in Delaware, but didn't stay there long and lived most of its life in California. So a really great car. All of it's sheet metal, front to back, pretty much everything on the car it was built with. You know, radiator support, bumpers, fenders, doors, quarters, floors, everything. Super solid, really a treat to do. A nice car. Yeah,
very nice.
Absolutely.
And anybody who's played with these knows that the nose of the car is particularly challenging to put together.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on there on the front of that. We've done an awful lot of them, so we've kind of got that down. But you really need some of the rubber filler between the front painted part and the fender. Those really need to be new old stock, if at all possible.
So where can you find some of these NOS original rubber parts that have never been used?
Well, when we're 3, 4, or 5 cars down the road here, you get a group of collectors, parts guys that have specific Firebird stuff, and we just start calling our sources. But I always check eBay. You know, you never know what's going to turn up. We got one for this car, I think, off of there, and one we bought from a new old stock parts supplier.
Wow. Well, that's part of the fun, is the research on these cars.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah. So although this looks like it is mile-free, have you been able to drive this car yet? Or?
Yeah, this particular car has been slated to be a bit of a driver. So we have put 65 miles I put on this recently. Had some really nice stretch of weather, and it was really a treat. Lots of power. Really very few bugs we worked out of it. I was hoping to put 100 miles on, but 65 I think has got it pretty well worked out.
Well, Gary, you guys did a great job once again. And thanks for bringing it out.
You got it. Thanks a lot.
Yep.